It's time for Cleared for Takeoff, and it's my friend Rich Kaplan, who always has something interesting in the world of aviation.
I got a doozy for this week. First of all, for those who drive through Astoria, Queens, you've probably noticed a massive transformation taking place at LaGuardia. LaGuardia is slowly regaining itself in its royalty as one of the premier airports in the state. The skeleton of the new terminal is up, and they have officially declared that they are going to run AirTrain through the terminal. Very similar to Hong Kong International Airport, Chek Lap Kok as it's called. And it's going to be convenient to everybody. I think that what's important here is that the $4 billion that's being spent is being well spent on an airport that direly needs a facelift.
Rich, I want to cut you off for a second. I heard from somebody, and I'd love to get your opinion on this, that when it's finished, LaGuardia is going to go from one of the worst airports in the world to one of the best airports in the world. Your thoughts on that comment?
I absolutely agree. I think it's going to be one of the premier airports in the world. For what it does, LaGuardia lightens the load of JFK. And I think that once this facelift is done, once we see the new terminals, we're going to see new carriers coming in. I think that we have new airplanes that are coming out that don't require as much runway as they used to, which means you can go international a lot more convenient now. I think that LaGuardia is going to very well become a small microcosm of John F. Kennedy International. And that's huge, Howie. That's very huge, because people have been wanting a second airport. They've been wanting an airport that they can access conveniently out of New York, out of Manhattan, and the 5 boroughs. And LaGuardia is going to be that airport.
That's great. And not getting too political, but I got to give Governor Cuomo credit for this, because he made the announcement a couple of years ago that LaGuardia is a mess. It's outdated. It needs a massive overhaul. So we got to give some credit, a lot of credit to Governor Cuomo for taking the initiative, saying that LaGuardia absolutely has to be redone.
I couldn't agree with you more. We have a governor that is very big on infrastructure. I mean, the new Tappan Zee Bridge is set to open August 25th. The first span of it's set to open, Howie, which is huge. And I think more importantly, we're going to see more infrastructure projects taking place throughout the state of New York. And this is huge. As a New Yorker, you want to take pride in your state. You want to take pride in your transportation network and your hubs. And LaGuardia is just that. It's a hub. It's a huge hub. And now it's going to get the makeover it so desperately deserves. And I applaud the governor for that. Thank you so much, Andrew. You are outstanding.
And Richard, I just had a thought. Sometimes thoughts just come in my mind. And what do you think of this idea? Down the road, when LaGuardia is done, to do a show from LaGuardia Airport, showing the new LaGuardia Airport and broadcasting from LaGuardia. How do you like that idea?
I love it. I can't wait. I would definitely applaud that. I welcome it with open arms. I think it would be phenomenal, Howie. Now, the next part of my segment, I brought a special present to the show that I want to showcase to everybody. Everybody's been hearing a lot of hubbub about drones. Well, this is my drone. This is a DJI Phantom 3, Howie. And I shot some video a couple of days ago, which I want to show the world because I don't know how to upload it to YouTube like our producer does. God bless him for that, Rocco. Because I am a schlub when it comes to uploading things.
It does look awesome, though.
It is. And it flies. This is the video taken from this drone about maybe a week or so ago, maybe a little more than that. And the purpose of the drone is really to get high-end, high-value video, more bang for your buck, basically. Now, this is going to be the future of aviation, Howie, because I think down the road, the military is looking to take the pilot out of the equation. They are looking at artificial intelligence. They are looking at new formulas for protecting our men and women in uniform. And one of the most important assets that the military utilizes is the Predator drone. The Predator is lethal to the max. It is a drone the size, if my producer could just pan up for 1 second, about the size of this table. It's transported in a crate, costs about maybe $30–40 million, and operates out of a container. And what's beautiful about this system is that nobody is ever killed. If the drone is shot down, you just lose a drone. You don't lose a life. One of the reasons we were able to capture Osama bin Laden was because we used Predators. And we used Predator drones efficiently. Its sister now is called the Reaper. The Reaper is even more lethal than the Predator in the sense that the Reaper can operate for longer periods. It carries twin Hellfire missiles on each of its wings. The Hellfire is about from here to about here. It's a small weapon, but it's an efficient weapon. And what it does is it surgically takes the terrorists out of the equation. It is a phenomenal system. I applaud our government. We actually have a base upstate that has Reapers. Griffin Air Force Base, which is up in Rome, New York. And I just want to send a shout out to the men and women in uniform up at Griffin. You are doing a phenomenal job and you are serving your country, and we love you for that. Thank you so much, and I salute you for that. But what's so important about drones is that people think that they're dangerous. They're only dangerous when you operate them dangerously. The operator is really the key to the whole equation. If you take the operator, you train the operator. I have trained myself on my drone countless hours I spend flying, Howie. I fly out of a park near my neighborhood. I'm very careful about where I fly. I don't want to fly near airports. I don't want to operate near major hubs for airports. In our area, it happens to be a major hub because we have JFK. So I'm very careful about where I operate her. And I urge, most important for those watching, to register your drone. It's very simple. It takes only a few minutes. You go on the FAA website. You just tell them it's either a recreational drone or a business drone, and you're done. And it's legal. It's the law. You want to abide by the law. That's the most important piece of all. And this is going to be a part of the show, hopefully, in the coming weeks, like when we do segments, say at, I don't know, when we do the, oh God, I'm having a brain fart right now. When we do the polar bear swim.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. When we do the polar bear swim, we're going to premiere this drone. We're going to show the viewers what you guys are going to see, what you saw as a sample. Hopefully you'll see yourself in the video and you can say, "Oh my God, he shot me. That's so cool." You know? It's an opportunity to kind of broaden the social media spectrum and also share our love for what we do with all of you in Long Beach and throughout Long Island. We love you. And on that note, I want to get to the third part of my segment, which is a small aircraft crash in Danbury, Connecticut today. There were 4 people on board. One of them is in critical condition. You are in my thoughts, you're in my prayers. I hope you heal well and I hope you recover well. I don't have all the details yet on what type of aircraft this was. I only know he took off from Danbury Airport, which is opposite Danbury Fair Mall in Connecticut. It's a small airport. And I also know that he crashed shortly after takeoff. That's all the information that I have. As more becomes available, I will certainly share it with you and all of our viewers. Lastly, I want to touch base on Islip. Last week I mentioned that Islip is going to be getting more flights. Well, this week I'm happy to tell you they're getting about 20 more flights. Frontier Airlines plans on flying to Florida, Minneapolis, Denver, all over, which is going to make Islip a really good destination if you don't want to wait in lines for TSA. So that's a very good opportunity for a lot of Long Islanders who fly. You have an opportunity now to fly out of a new LaGuardia soon. You're getting a new Islip, and of course there's always JFK, which we all know. So I will always keep you posted on anything and everything that is the world of the skies of aviation. This week I'm just very happy I can share my drone with you and show you guys just what these puppies can do. This is the camera. hard to make it out because I have the safety cap on it, but she shoots at 720p, which is half of what a full HD experience is all about. So it does shoot in HD, but not the HD that we all love and love, like 1080p, but 720. And it's going to give people an opportunity, from my perspective, to show you our beautiful Long Island, our beautiful Long Beach, a lot of the communities and so forth. That's the advantage of having this drone, is that I can share my island with you, our island. And if you have any questions or comments, you can always email me at xcartmann@yahoo.com. I will answer any questions that you have always. I'm always looking to talk to other aviation people out there. And I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you and have an awesome week.